Hi there, today I would like to invite you to a review of issue 11 of White Dwarf from 12th of April 2014. In this issue we've got a battle report, we've got plenty of boxes for Imperial Guard, for Astra Militarum, and the most important box set of this issue is Bullgryns/Ogryn's box set. Keep on watching. So here it is, issue 11 of White Dwarf. In this issue, obviously, as you can see, Ogryn's are the main subject, and as you can see on the front cover, they look pretty cool. They are huge models on Terminator base. They tower over Imperial Guardsmen, almost twice the size of Imperial Guardsmen. Keep on watching, we'll see what's inside. And as always, quick scoop over the first two pages, nothing to do here. Let's go to the meaty stuff, which is Militarum Auxilia Bullgryns. This is the first option we can assemble from this box set. This is, I think, a quite unique box set because we can build actually 3 different things out of this box set. Usually Games Workshop builds all the box sets that you can build only 2. In this one, the first option is the Bullgryns. The Bullgryns are clad in very heavy armor, the brute shields and power mauls. The power mauls are basically a close combat weapon, and brute shields are small shields with refractor fields that allow them to sort of deflect the shots, the smaller shots. The other option to put them together is to put them with huge slab shields. So as you can see in the picture over here, there's like almost their size shields from top to bottom. They can cover themselves, and they are armed with grenade launchers. Very simple weapon, very brutal weapon for Ogryn's. Obviously they are brutal, so it quite suits them. The other option is Militarum Auxilia Norok Dedok. Dedok is one of the most intelligent, in their standards, the most intelligent Ogryn. He's used as a bodyguard to commissars and to other warlords of your army. So you can build out of this box where you've got 3 Ogryn's, you can spare some parts to build 1 Dedok. So we'll have 2 Ogryn's left over, which you can add to any other units in your army, so thus extending the unit from 3 Ogryn's to 4. As you can see, he's armed with a Ripper gun and short stubby stick, pointy stick. The sort of third option that you can build out of this box set is Militarum Auxilia Ogryn's. These are Ogryn's that we know and we used to love and we used to convert from Ogre Kingdom's ogres. These are huge models armed with Ripper guns with bayonets. Different to Bullgryns, they have very little of armor, only the shoulder pads and some bits on their arms. There's plenty of different face and head options that you can use, and obviously people who know how to build Ogryn's in Ogre Kingdom's army, you will see that there's a huge resemblance. The models are basically designed the same way. The arms are designed the same way, the bellies and everything. These are more or less the same models. This box set will cost us £28.50, €37 or $47. The next model being released is Officio Prefectus Commissar, a commissar, nothing else, trying to stop Imperial Guardsmen from running back. He doesn't have to keep Ogryn's in line because Ogryn's are quite stupid and loyal, very loyal, but I think they used most as his bodyguards just in case any guardsman kills off the commissar to be able to run away. So this model comes with 2 different weapon options. One of them is plasma pistol, the other one is bolt pistol. That's the only weapon options we get. As you can see, the model looks quite grim. His face is, you can see that he went through a lot and he's seen stuff. This model will cost us £12.50, €16.50 or $21. The next box set that is being released on 19th of April is the meaty stuff for Imperial Guard, for Astra Militarum. It's Hammer of Cadia. The box set, I will start with the price. The box set will be £205, €265 and $330. This box should be huge. I mean, I can't imagine fitting all these tanks in a small box. What we will get is 3 Leman Russes with different weapon options. So we can have the long guns and short guns, allowing us to build Eradicators, Vanquishers and all other options. We will also get 3 Hellhounds. Nothing is said about the different options on Chimeras, so I believe that's only Hellhounds we will be able to build. but obviously with a little bit of knowledge and skill, conversion wise, you will be able to make normal chimeras out of them. And most importantly, a Baneblade variant that we will be able to assemble into two different variants. One of them is Devil Dog with its Melta cannon, and the other is Hellhound with its Inferno cannon. So again, this box will be quite expensive and quite impressive in size, I must say. But I think for any Guard player, it is a must-have, one way or another, even if you buy them separately or together in one huge, nice box. So now the mainstay of Cadian Defense Force is the Battle Force. In this Battle Force, obviously, as you can see in the picture, we get Leman Russ, a Chimera, 2 platoons of Guardsmen, 3 heavy weapon teams, and a command squad that can be assembled as a company command squad or platoon command squad. The heavy weapon teams come with 5 different options for the weapons, and even Games Workshop, which is something new for them, tells us that a missile launcher is using a different base than autocannon and the other mortars and so on. So you can basically use those leftover bits if you have spare bases and create additional heavy weapons team. This is quite new, as I said, for Games Workshop. As always, they try to make those twin kit box sets as awkward to use both of the kits at the same time. You would have to convert, you would have to scratch build some of the bits, but now it's quite obvious that you can build 2 different options. Well, 5 different options for heavy weapons team, but you can use 2 different options at the same time. I almost forgot, this box set will be £100, €135 and $165, and as everything else will be released on 19th of April 2014. Next up, we've got Katashan Defense Force, which is exactly the same as the Cadian one, in that it includes Leman Russ, Chimera, 2 platoons, command squad and 3 heavy weapon teams. The same price of £100, €135 and $165. The only difference is this is only available through mail order. So you have to go to your friendly local game store, order it online. There's no other way you can just pick it off the shelf and buy it. The only book being released this week is Yarick Imperial Creed. This book is going to cost £20, €25 or $30. It's a hardback, 416 pages, huge book containing stories of young Yarick and his deployment in 77th Regiment of Mortesians. I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to spoil it for myself. I'm going to buy this book because I love Yarick as my biggest opponent. For me, an Orc player, he's the guy that fought Ghazghkull on Armageddon. He's the toughest Imperial Guardsman I know. In Kelly's column, Phil is elaborating on house rules, WYSIWYG and backseat gaming in our groups. How do they influence our gaming? How do they influence the community? Do we like backseat gamers? Do we despise them? And how much do we want to put them in a box and send them away? And one of the less interesting articles in this issue is Into the Meat Grinder, a huge battle report between Astra Militarum and Orcs. I'm not really sure how big the armies are, but judging by Orcs having 4 Dakka jets in the army list, I must say that it has to be at least 2,000 point army, because it clipped into 2,000 point mark when you can have allies in your army. And obviously it uses all the new cool toys, which are the Ogrins, which are the Hydras, the anti-air weapons, and all other stuff. To be honest, those 3 pages, because I know it's 4 pages, but the text is only able to fill up like 3 pages. These battle reports are quite interesting to read. They're not swamped in detail. This is just like a short story on how this battle went. So it's quite interesting to read. I'm not going to tell you who won. Read it for yourselves. And as always, the usual, in Paint Splatter, we've got a tutorial how to paint the new models, the newly released models. This time we've got Ogrins, and something that's quite difficult to paint actually is the flesh, to make it look realistic. Obviously we've got other bits like trousers, pants, and trousers and pants are the same. Trousers, shirts, bits of armor, the beards, and the weapons. In the rules section we've got Astra Militarum Bulgarin's rules. I'm not going to go into details on this one due to legal reasons, but the only thing I'm going to tell you which didn't change actually, but for those who are new to the game or new to the Bullgryns, is that the unit will consist of minimum 3 Bullgryns, 2 Bullgryns and 1 Bonnet, which is like the sergeant. And this is where you can use those 2 remaining Bullgryns, Ogryns from the box set if you build yourself the Dead Dog, the character, the Bullgryn character, because the unit can consist of 10 Bullgryns maximum, so you can add 1 for 45 points each, and you can extend Bullgryn units. In designer notes, we've got Michael Anderson telling us how he designed the Bullgryns or the Ogryns. He goes on about a little story, some background on them, why he decided to make them look this tough or this and that. Unfortunately, he doesn't mention anything that he used bits from Ogre Kingdoms, which is quite disappointing because it's quite obvious. I mean, even if he didn't, you know, people have been using the Ogryns from Ogre Kingdoms for so long that it's almost like, I don't know, quite obvious that he used one of the conversions to build these models. But anyway, these models are really cool. The armor looks amazing. And on the last few pages we've got the Wicked White Dwarf with few random articles, nothing really interesting to me. 4 pages that could be used otherwise for longer battle reports, more paint splatter, more fluff, more rules. I don't know, this is a waste of space. 4 pages wasted. Again, we've got nice Imperial Knight painted by one of the White Dwarf team members. The advert of Warhammer Visions, which is current for this month. And the last but not the least, Ogryns, the parting shot of Ogryns. 6 Ogryns with 2 Leman Russes in the back, a Vendetta and the Commissar. So that's it. That's the review of issue 11 of White Dwarf. And as always, I invite you for the next week when we're gonna review issue 12. And also in the meantime, if you haven't bought any of the previous issues and you still want to have a peruse through the issue, I invite you to see some of my previous episodes where I review White Dwarf from issue 4, I believe, and the 3 White Dwarf Warhammer Visions. And as always, please subscribe and follow my YouTube, Facebook and Blogspot channels. See you next week.